welcome back. My name is Dana. Thanks for being here. This video has been a long time coming. I've had these creams, I'm looking at them, I don't know why, on my desk in my bathroom for a long time. I've been loving them. I have repurchased them and I still haven't talked about them. So today I finally sat down. I am sitting down now, fixing my shirt, and I'm going to talk through them all. So if you could not tell from the title, this is about Sunday Riley and their moisturizers. I was very late to the Sunday Riley game. Actually, I hadn't tried anything prior to this year. And then I think I got a sample of the C.E.O. moisturizer and I fell in love. Then I bought a full-size one, and then I bought the ice one, and then they came out with a newer one, which is called the Afterglow, C.E.O. Afterglow. So I bought that, and we're gonna talk about them because they're really great. Okay, so if you are not subscribed, be a doll and subscribe below. Also give this video a like if you do enjoy it, or if you do just find some value in it. It's very helpful for me, and we'll get into the video. Okay, the first one, like I mentioned, is I think this is their original. This is the C.E.O. Vitamin C Rich Hydration Cream. And this, well, they all retail for $65. So all the same size, all this glass packaging. And then I don't think they do refillable, but this always looks like it should come out. But these are sturdy, like very, very sturdy. For $65, you should be getting something like that. Although I don't know what I'm gonna do now that this is empty, because I'm like, this should be used for something. I'll recycle it, but you know, it's kind of a waste with such nice packaging. Anyway, I got derailed. This is 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters, pretty standard size for a moisturizer. This one, the C.E.O., the original, comes in a smaller size as well, which is the like half a fluid ounce, 0.5 ounce, and that's $22. So if you are gonna get that, you might as well just buy the full price one. I think it's a better deal, but you never know. Some people want a small one, I don't know. Like I said though, the other two don't come in a small size, only this one. And this one is, I think, pretty much the standard bearer for the other two. They're all quite different, but let's start with this one because this is the one that I have, well, I've repurchased quite a few of them. But yeah, let's start with this one. So this one, the main kind of pull of it is that it's got vitamin C. It's got 5% vitamin C. It's actually THD ascorbate. That is supposed to be a jar stable vitamin C. It's also supposed to be a little bit more gentle. Some vitamin C's can make people kind of irritated or itchy or whatever it does to their skin. But obviously, because this is a jar and there's normally a cream in it, I'm completely out of it. Vitamin C's typically come in an airless pump so that none of the air can get into the cream and then kind of turn the vitamin C into something that's unstable and unusable. This one, as I mentioned, has the THD ascorbate. Why can't I say that? Ascorbate. Which again is supposed to be jar stable because otherwise it would be useless. This first time you opened it, it would start going bad, and this one does not do that. It's also got exopolysaccharides, lime pearl, which is a natural form of AHA. So you've got a lot of actives in here. You've got vitamin C already, you've got AHAs, and then you do have some citrus scent. So if you have sensitive skin, this might be a pass. I'm not saying 100%, but you do have quite a bit going on in it, and it can be a bit much for people's skin. But on the other side, it does have bisabolol, which is more of like a soothing and moisturizing ingredient. But again, if you have the most sensitive skin, I would probably say pass. I would actually probably say pass on all of theirs because every single one is very scented. If scents are a problem for you, this is just not your brand. I'm gonna insert some footage of the actual creams being applied on my hand. And this one out of the three It's not to say that it's the richest, because I think the ice one and this one are kind of the two richest, but this one has a more typical cream kind of texture and feel to it. It's just your most standard cream. If you have more oily skin, this would be a lot for you. This, I would say, or you could use it at night. I don't use this one during the day unless my skin is super dry, but people with drier skin will love this. Your skin will probably just soak it up, but it is supposed to be for all skin types. Just kind of know your skin, or kind of like take stock of what your skin is like, and maybe use it in the morning or at night accordingly. And I don't think I said this, but I did buy another one of these already. I really love this one. It, to me, feels like the one that I can use without thinking. The other two, there's some things about them, and I'm going to get into that. But this one, if you just want a really rich cream, this is the one. Okay, the next one is the Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. This one, again, is $65, 1.7 fluid ounces. They're all expensive. Like, I don't buy them full price. I always wait for a deal. And I think Sunday Riley, if you sign up for their newsletters, you'll see that they send like 20% or 30% off kind of frequently. It's not like often, but also not too infrequent. So I do that. I just buy it when it's 30% off, or even higher during Black Friday. This one, though, is ceramides. So the whole point of this is that it's heavy in ceramides. It's also got pomegranate sterols, which is one of the main ingredients in the SkinCeuticals. And this one, if you have not watched my other video on like SkinCeutical dupes, please go watch that. That's a great video. And this is one of the ones I mentioned in it because it has the same texture, and it has almost, I call it like a water resistantness of it, which is what I love about the SkinCeuticals. It feels like a barrier on your skin. So whatever actives you put on, whatever other moisturizers, this as the last step, or the SkinCeuticals, they just lock everything in. Nothing can get past it. So yeah, this one has the same thing, but it's a fraction, half the price of the SkinCeuticals. It does a great job as well. It's got beetroot extract, algae extract, coconut extract, which is for some people not a great thing, and then a few different types of ceramides. The one thing I did want to mention about this, so I think I mentioned that the first one, the C.E.O, it's got a citrusy smell. This one, I think I finally figured out that it's coconut, but it smells very, very artificial, and the smell is actually the worst part about it. Like, the smell is terrible. Some people might like it. I think they could just do without it, and it would be a wonderful moisturizer. I don't hate the smell enough to not use it and repurchase it though, because I think the actual cream does such a spectacular job of what it's supposed to do, and basically is a half price dupe of the SkinCeuticals. I am willing to put up with the price, but I'm willing to put up with the scent as well. I can only use this one at night, or like I said, it has that kind of film, the barrier forming thing. And I just wouldn't be able to put it on at night or in the morning and then put on anything else. So this is 100% nighttime only. This one I can use morning or night depending on how dry my skin is. But yes, this one is a really spectacular cream, just weird scent. Okay, and then the last one, this is the newest one that they have. This is the C.E.O. Afterglow. So you can see it's kind of like a play on the C.E.O. I can only think of the word balayage from your hair, but I know that's not it. But basically, like, it goes from light to dark. Again, $65, 1.7 fluid ounces. This one, I don't love the messaging on it. When I hadn't looked at like the actual specs on it, but it says anti-aging, anti-pore, brightening, vitamin C moisturizer. Okay, whatever. Anti-aging, you know, like, unfortunately, that's just the world we live in that's gonna say that. But anti-pore, like, I don't understand that. What does that mean? Like, you're not gonna have pores anymore? No. That's ridiculous. Maybe they mean to say like it reduces the appearance of pores. Now that's what you can say, but you can't just say it's anti-pore. Like, that's like being like, I'm anti-sunshine. Like, no, it's ridiculous. This one though is lightweight, and this is the only one out of the three that is more of a gel cream and a little bit lighter weight. It's also got this kind of yellowish color to it. The regular C.E.O. one, well, you can't see because I used it, but I'll show you on the inserts. It also has a yellowish color, but this one actually deposits some of the color onto your skin when you put it on, so I'll talk about that in a second. But this one also has vitamin C, and they use the same THD ascorbate. This one also has, let me see if I can say this, ergothioneine, which is an amino acid, and then we have sodium hyaluronate, which is your hyaluronic acid, lutein, which is antioxidant, Lots of good ingredients. It's supposed to be a brightening one though. But I also find that this is supposed to be a brightening, and I don't necessarily see those effects, but my skin also doesn't really react to kind of like topical vitamin C's. I mean, some people will have a dark spot and can use vitamin C for a few weeks and it goes away. Not me. But I do think that both of them are nice and moisturizing and maybe can help with the appearance of brightness. For me, that's not why I go to them. I go to both or all of them for just the like moisturizing properties. But this one I would say is probably out of the bunch the best one for those with more oily skin, because it is a thinner kind of consistency and kind of soaks into the skin a bit quicker. The thing about this, and as I've said before, they all have scents. I think this is actually the best of the scents. This one is neroli, but if you do not like citrus or scents at all, this is probably one of the most, well, this one's also strong, but this is very, very heavily scented of neroli. I think it's beautiful. I love it, but just letting you know. Okay, so they do all kind of serve a different purpose. So I wouldn't say that you need all of them, but kind of I do. As far as kind of like an overnight mask, it's the ice. This one is, I don't necessarily go to it for my main moisturizer. I go to it to lock everything else in. So if you don't use that, then it's probably not necessary. Then it would come down to the two of the actual more like standard moisturizers. And I think it's pretty easy at that point. If you want something that's rich, if you have drier skin, you just go with the original C.E.O. If you have more normal or oily skin, this one. Also, if you want, you can use this one. You can use either as a makeup primer, but this one will actually give you this kind of glow to it because it does have this kind of like pigment and sheen to it. And I will show you right quick. It does have like this almost yellowish golden undertone. So if you don't like that and you don't put anything over it, it might not be the one for you. Like for me, I don't usually use it in the morning just because I put on a lot and then I kind of have this like yellow tinge on my face. But if you use a normal amount, so like not what I use, but if you put on a normal amount and then maybe put makeup on it over top, they say that it's a really nice primer and kind of like gives you that like glow and tint underneath it. So that is always an option. But I think personally, most people would probably benefit from this the most unless you do have super, super oily skin. All right, so I hope that helped. I hope you can kind of see what they all look like and kind of my thoughts on it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love all of these. I've repurchased all of them. Obviously, this one's empty, and I don't necessarily love the brand. I love their moisturizers, and I think that out of all of their expensive products, these are probably the most worth it. So, hope this helped, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.